how's it going everyone? So it's Karasmai here. We got us a new video. We're gonna be doing something a bit different than what you're normally accustomed to. So I sadly wasn't recording while I was live in this game. Or I think I was, but gross. I think I was, but what happened was is that I had copyrighted music on in the background. So let me just preface by showing you who exactly I was playing against. So obviously you guys know Bjergsen. And then Akali is C9's Academy jungler, Blabberfish. And let me just show you right now who their jungler actually ended Season 8, Rank 1. It is TSM BJERGSEN. So you have two TSM members on the enemy team. So this isn't clickbait. This isn't any clickbait type of video. Let me turn it back on. So this is not any type of clickbait video. I'm against Bjergsen, Grigne, and Blabberfish. And my team, it's not really anyone too well known. There's a couple of people I know in solo queue, Romanium, I'm cool with, Dog 2, same thing. I don't think you guys would know them. If you watch a lot of Challenger gameplay, there's around, so it's gonna try and be informative. It's gonna be like a VOD review type game. It's not gonna be like commentary while I'm live, which is probably better, but I just felt like I had to put this game out there, so I hope you guys will enjoy this. You can see me spamming my taunt there. So pretty much, what I saw this game was a really free comp for Kayn. Obviously, they don't have a lot of answers to deal with me, and Kayn naturally counters champs such as Akali and Aatrox, and once they get Forum, Camille too, Maokai, Ezreal can't really distance himself too well either. So this just seemed like an extremely free Kayn game. Since they were poking us down here bot lane, I just knew 100% where Camille was going to start. So I typed in chat after I farmed this game. I typed that where Camille was going to go. He's either going to go mid or top, so I said be careful of level 2 gank. Because Camille always tries to do a level 2 gank after farming red. So we're just on the lookout for that. And as you can see right there, Camille ganked top. Seeing that Camille ganked top right there actually gave me a huge opportunity to just know that I can be able to farm as freely as I want. So after ganking top, he either tries to gank mid, which is going to be pretty hard since we have a LeBlanc, and I was just watching the lanes per usual. Usually as a jungler you always want to watch lanes, so I was just making sure that he wasn't going to gank. So since he didn't show yet, I knew that he was on scuttle. Very easy to tell where he is. We see him run through mid to go to this scuttle, and I thought, okay, I'm level 3, he's level 2. I'm a bit low. I thought maybe I can contest this, but looking back on this, I can definitely see why this is a bad idea. Yeah, that was just a huge mistake by me. I made a pretty big error right there. The thing is, I always like to review VODs. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I think reviewing your own VODs actually helps help you improve your play a lot. And if you look at the end game score, I went like 16-0 and 10 this game. I'll spoil it a bit, but if you look at the end game score of this game, you'll see that I played pretty much near perfect, but you can always look towards the minor issues, and if you can fix those, they'll usually wind up benefiting you in the long run. So obviously Camilla's here, tries to gank again. Doesn't work successfully, doesn't get her flash, doesn't get a kill. So saying that he's wasting all this time is perfect. I told Renekton here that Camille's coming. I'll be cautious, farming my camps, doing as any normal Kayn would do. There's no real kill potential for that Camille there, though. I don't know what he's doing. The Grigne is the type of jungler where he's very he's very gank reliant, so he'll try and gank a lot, and if the ganks don't work out, then you can easily just try and punish his weaknesses. See, not all junglers have weaknesses like this. Like, some junglers are a lot more cautious, like Spica, the guy who ended rank 2. This is the rank 1 jungler. The guy who ended rank 2, I feel like jungle was a lot harder for me to play against personally, but obviously you could see what Grig's doing is obviously paying out for him. So, right here, I go top. Obviously I know this guy has no flash. Go ignite. Use my wards. Did that pretty well. But, obviously knowing that he has no flash, easy flash and kill there by me. Be a pretty sweet start. So, if you look at the gold difference, I have a 600 gold advantage on Camille, and my level 2 camps are spawning, and she hasn't really done any camps for them to spawn level 2, so I'm going to have a huge XP lead as well. So at this point in time, you just have to make sure that you know that they cannot be they cannot be letting themselves get free ganked, because if they die for free, then I'm gonna lose that huge lead I have prepped for me. They got super fortunate that LeBlanc solo killed mid. You know, obviously, she used her flash and Aatrox didn't use his, so it was probably just a misplay by BJERGSEN. It happens. I mean, this is a challenger game, so, you know, mistakes are bound to happen, even by some of the best players in the world. So, I mean, I think BJERGSEN's, like, well respected as, like, one of the best players, just overall, period. Like, for NA, of course, I think it's just the best. But, I don't know. It's obviously opinion-based, but, so. At this point, you know, I'm just still farming, just try to focus on, like, farming and CSing, getting big. That's a lot of what Kayn is. See, this is why Kayn is very, like, I feel like he's kind of hard for people that aren't that good on Kayn, are just good junglers overall, because I feel like he's very rewarding if you know how to path properly. And, you know, you could just abuse that really hard. So we get a free scuttle here. Getting free scuttles is really nice. Mel is farming all of her level 1 camps, so she's pretty behind in XP. We're around the same CS count though, as you can see. I think right now, yeah, I pinged that I was going to go for a top dive just because we have a Fed Renekton who's hitting level 6. Kali wastes her Shroud, so I said to myself, I'm going to let that wave push in. I'm going to take the Krugs, and then I'll gank top. She has no Shroud, and obviously Renekton just got a kill, so. Walk up to her. No, we just kill her. That's easy peasy. Usually if you have a strong lane, like I saw top was winning early, so I just knew, okay, we could just play off top, and it's especially good because, you know, I can get my form early. You played this pretty well, I think. You dodged on my W with that. I stuck into my R waiting for Renekton to take tower aggro and to make sure that he had no gap closer, because I forgot if he actually had flash or not, so I played that decently. I think I'm very close to my form up at this point. Yeah, I don't have it yet. And I have an 800 gold lead on the enemy jungler. And the thing is, Camille only beats Kayn early game, so just remember that. I had enough gold to full buy my jungle items, and I know that Camille's pathing has been pretty weak so far. So instead of buying boots to help me get around the map quicker, I just got the full buy boost my item. I think that's pretty good here. I don't know. And got another kill on their Maokai. That's really fortunate. I mean, I just had really good teams overall. And a lot of people are probably gonna say like, oh, this isn't a 1v9, but I definitely think the longer you watch, you'll see, because there comes a point where it definitely does turn into a you know free 1v9 scenario. It's like one of the most satisfying Kayn games you can watch, and a lot of people were very hyped for it on stream. So I just thought it'd be a great video to upload. I don't think it's too bad to send in as a VOD review. If anything, I could be more informative as I watch over, because it's kind of hard to be informative as you play, because decision making's very it's very like set. Like you need to go into a fight or like a play knowing like the outcome, like good and bad, and then after you can see which one was obviously the good and which one was obviously the bad. So right here, you know, this is pretty free. You know, we have Renekton. He's just huge. They keep trying to get Akali back into the game, but if I just keep going top, they can't do anything. See, I think this was Camille's poor decision making. It kind of threw the game. Obviously, if Akali's invis, we can still hit her with abilities. We knew where she was since Renekton hit that stun, so just hit her with the Q. I just got my form at 8 minutes, so 8-minute form with a 1.7k gold lead on the rank 1 jungler in season 8. And North America, so that's a pretty good start. But obviously, you could say that my lanes were doing a lot better early game. That's 100% fair. It's mostly how you transition it. It's not how you play the early game most of the time for Kayn. So I opted to get Ninja Tabby early. Akali's going to be a non-factor most of the game, so the AP damage is quite minimal. Camilla's kind of hard to take in these fights until I get Black Cleaver, so having that extra defensive stats when she's lacking a jung item, lacking her warrior, is just the most optimal thing to do, I felt. You know, I probably could have got like boots and a Kindle gem, which gives me the CDR to apply more damage, but I definitely think the more defensive approach was the smartest way, and more mobility means maybe in fights quicker, so. Yeah, it just comes down to making sure I farm my camps as well. Making sure, since top tower is gone, we need to look to take the next objective. to take the next fight. So I was kind of waiting for Camilla to show anywhere on the map. We had decent bot side vision, so as you notice, I've been hovering around mid because I feel like that's the place where he's gonna try and gank. Because obviously they're on the same team, TSM. So, you know, they're probably gonna play off each other. He actually went top there, and then I saw an opportunity bot because they're overextension. So, get a free kill there. We get a free kill here. I used my ult. Didn't have to, but pretty hard to stick on there, so. Yeah, look at how long this took to kill him. That was quite some time. Yeah, I don't know what happened top. He tried to kill Renekton again, and then Renekton just 1v2'd. Just like huge misplays. I think he just played from tilt from this point out. This is his Smurf, Elise player, is Grignay Smurf, so he obviously, you know, it's preseason as well, so they're not playing full effort, but you know, it's still a pretty good game. You'll see definitely longer as the game continues, you'll see more and more. So at this point, you know, it's 5-0 2. Up almost 3k gold on the enemy jungler. Huge. I think at this point, what do I do? Do I reset? I think I do. I get Phage and kill him soon, right? I don't know why I used my sweeper when I was standing in the control ward. Yeah, I think I was just reading Twitch chat because I was streaming at the time, so with lack of awareness. So yeah, Phage and Kindle Gem as well. So next reset, I should get my Black Cleaver. They actually shut down my top laner, so they finally did it after all the attempts. So this is the point of the game where they had the momentum to come back because they just got a bunch of gold. They had the Akali get the shutdown gold. And, you know, obviously, I have to go mid here, farm the wave. Because my mid laner died as well. So, let's clear the wave off. That's perfectly fine. Get a lot of gold there. When you're this fed, and you're like the most fed player on the team, you don't want to look to AFK farm your camp. So if you notice, I don't really go for the camp there. I go for the play to make bot side, just to get more kills and look for more fights. So Akali saw me in vision, so I know that happened. We have Maokai go on me there. I comboed the Akali. Pretty dangerous scenario. When I got ignited, I knew I couldn't win that fight. It was just too hard to pull off. Didn't really have the follow from Lucian either. He had the flash and heal to help me, but other than that, if I wouldn't have got the ignite taken on me before I entered my R, then I would have probably been able to win that with the Lucian. But you know, it's just so unfortunate. So obviously, you know, right now, their mid's actually ahead. You know, obviously Bjergsen, he had an unlucky getting solo killed, but he still knows micro and macro better. So he's just like getting a lead from CSing, and I think he got a solo kill or something. So, well, you know, obviously I can look bot again. Let's look bot. They get us there. Get Ezreal's flash. Pretty good. So overall, just like very good plays on the map. We just have full tempo to win this game, and I'm very close to Black Cleaver, so I don't opt the base yet. I just farm the dragon. This is the perfect opportunity to do dragon because we don't know where Camilla is, but we just killed Maokai and sent Ezreal back home with using his flash. So we just have full priority, and I don't think they're really willing to contest the Cloud Drag because it would be like 4v2, 4v3, I don't know. So obviously we just take that off the map. Cloud Drags are pretty important if you know what you're doing. It's really good for rotation speed. Bjergsen got another solo kill. That's pretty unfortunate. But, you know, it happens. Can't really expect anyone to, you know, not get solo killed by Bjergsen. He's an insane player. And then I think Renekton tries to make a play, and then he gets 1v2'd by them. So, yeah, at this point, definitely. This is where I said people are going to say it's not like a 1v9, but at this point, this is where my team really starts falling behind, because Renekton's going a full damage build, so they have a very easy option to just neutralize him. And my bot lane's not really too ahead. They're not doing bad, but they're not really ahead, and then mid's not doing too well. So, you know, I just gotta rely on the Kayn, I suppose. I had the good shutdown kill on Bjergsen. I thought Camille was gonna go in on me there, so actually I had to back off there. Yeah. turn that for a triple. I knew he had no flash because he used on me earlier, so it's a free quadra kill. Yeah. Then I taunted them, saying, "Where's the Kali?" No, just typical stuff when you're looking for a penta. So I got 1900 gold off that fight. Pretty huge, especially on a Kayn against their comp. This is where I'm talking about the 1v9 potential comes in, because if I didn't turn that fight, they would have gotten so much off of their reset. So I think that was just super optimal for me to make that play. As a Kayn, you always need to be willing to make aggressive plays, especially in preseason, since I feel like you shouldn't be as scared to play ranked. You should play more aggro. If you're a Kayn player and you're been grinding in preseason, I feel like you should be trying to make the most aggressive plays you can, because if you can work on your in-team fight mechanics, I think that's a huge carry. You have a lot of carry potential with the champion, and if you just match the champion's skills with your mechanics, it's very easy to start climbing. It's like one of the main things I love about Kayn. He's a very good team fight carry champion. So. Get another free knockup, another free kill, baited in BJERGSEN, and obviously right place, right time. I optimally farmed my camps as well after that fight, so I just got like the most amount of gold and XP I could secure. So it's actually pretty impressive that Grigney is only a single level down. Yeah, I used my R, waited for his E. Knew he had no flash still, so it's another free kill. Yeah, as I was saying, it's actually pretty impressive that Grigney is only like a single level down. You see, I got Grigney's flash right there. It's pretty good. It's always good to take flashes, especially if it's that easy. So now I'm just gonna opt to take his camps, because that's like when you take these first towers off the map, you want to look to like take their camps as well. You want to look to get vision for more fights, like more plays mid. So as of right now, I'm 10-0-3 with 3.7k gold in the bank. That's pretty huge for us, boys. So I believe I built a Death Stance, if you guys are curious why. I didn't really feel like building any MR because their AP damage was so minimal. Death Stance is just one of my favorite aggressive items to get. A lot of people don't actually build this. A lot of people would have said, what about Sterix? And if you're curious about the runes I'm running Precision Secondary, so I don't need Sterix because I have Tenacity and Triumph in my runes. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I thought in my head. Like, okay, Death Stance is just a super good aggressive snowballing item, so I think I should just get that. Try and just keep playing as good as I am, and I could get a good team fight. I can easily just 1v9 and my team wins. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that the best way of carrying games, especially when you're ahead, is how you itemize. So if you always know how to build. By the way, guys, I intend to definitely make a guide soon or something on like what to build. I've been waiting for the runes to change before to make a guide, because obviously you have to make one, then I have to make another one. So I've been waiting. I think I'll do a red and blue Kayn informative guide. So if you guys are interested for that, but yeah, if you guys know how to build properly throughout games, there's always gonna be like a high like if you know how to build properly and you have the mechanics and you know how to path properly, you can pretty much 1v5 any game. And this is showcasing in a full challenger game against some of the best players in the world. Or not, yeah, I guess in the world, because Labra was in World's Finals and TSM. Obviously they've been one of the best teams. So got a free double kill there. Obviously I can, if you see how much damage I do, I could take any fight I want with anyone I want. As long as they don't like perma CC me and one shot me, but I think it's pretty impossible because I have the tenacity. I have a good amount of defensive stats with the HP and Death Stance and Ninja Tabby, so I can survive long enough to be able to get my R off as well. If you look at their builds, they're not building any MR because they have 4 Ninja Tabbies for me and Renekton. Obviously, we're the main threats, so this game, as you can see, my team, they're not really doing so hot. 1-3, 1-4, 1-4. Top was super snowball, now he's 6-5, so his lead is kind of like, it's still there, but it's a little bit like, what's the word? It's like falling off. He's full damage Renekton, so he's really easy to handle. I'm full damage Kayn, which is a lot harder to handle, to be honest with you. So, I just keep looking for fights left and right. Always want to look for fights and then just see what more you can get. Here's how much gold I have right now. I have a 6k gold, or 5.5k gold lead on the enemy jungler. So, good. Obviously my team's fighting, as you can see here. They're losing, sadly. Vector might salvage it, but yeah, you can see me, I'm coming in. Here's my entry. Ezreal was really hard to get onto, so I just opted to go for the free kill on BJERGSEN again. And then, obviously, I didn't want that guy Eing or flashing away. Had a pretty big knock up there. He flashed, I flashed. And pretty much turned a lost fight into a winning one. I was in the wrong place, and my team was fighting without, or trying to fight without me, so that was pretty poor decision making, I think, overall. But luckily enough, I was just too ahead for them to do anything. Whether I'm in the fight or not, or it doesn't matter if I'm in the fight from the beginning or at the end, I think we still just win because of how fed I am. So at this point, I'm 15-0-5, and let's see how much gold I have. I have 3.5k gold. I have a 6k gold lead on the enemy jungler, 6.3k. The enemy jungler, I have a 3-level advantage. So, you know, I'm just playing pretty much how a Kayn should into comps like this. See, I really wanted to showcase this video as well because I've been saying how good Kayn is into the right comps, but I haven't been able to show it in Challenger because it's hard to play a game of Challenger without getting counterpicked. But I believe I was the last pick in this game, so obviously if you're curious, I built GA, you know, just because if I die in a fight, I think it would suck, but if I came back to life, I could do so much more. Because my damage and my combos mean so much, and it's so hard for them to kill me overall, so if they had to do it twice, and I was able to recycle combos, you know, it'd just be super hard. Monk took my blue, that's kind of weird. I have 261 Dark Harvest stacks at this point as well, so a lot of Dark Harvest stacks from all the fighting, of course. And another free pick here, I believe. I had no idea where she went there, to be honest. That's weird. Obviously, I like to neutralize the Aatrox. My E is on very low CD time, so I just track him down, take him out. Make sure I stay in Ezreal so they can't E away. LeBlanc that kill with her chain. So yeah, obviously you can see in team fights. Also, if you're wondering about the Executioner, I mean, they have a decent amount of healing. Camille has a bit of healing. Kali, Aatrox usually runs Ravenous Hunter, and then Maokai obviously has healing. So it wasn't too much, but it was still a decent amount. And when I'm ahead on Kayn, or just most Kayn games in general, I always like to build full damage. So if you guys are curious why I'm doing that. I love building full damage. I notice a lot of people ask me why I don't build like kind of defensive items, and I just think like I just feel like the best way to climb and carry with Kayn is building full damage most games. Some games are good for Sterix, some games are good for like defensive items though, so it really depends. But some people do it too often, I think. It's like situational items. I feel like this build's more common. Okay. Got a harder there, I think. Yeah, she escapes. Guard him too. Oh no, I think I was out of mana for that one. I gave Alistar a double kill. He actually got both kills. Yeah, I was looking at my mana cost. I was out. Didn't have enough for R. So obviously, you know, this game is pretty much over at this point. They can't even like think of fighting me. So it's just one of those funny type scenarios. And with the blue buff, I can just stay as long as I want. Blue buff is very important on Kayn's, I feel like. I got an assist there. And I think this is where we ended, isn't it? Yep. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, a bit different than others. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure to drop a sub. Hope you all have a fantastic day.